Wait, do we need a motion and a
No,
vote?
We have to vote, Bill.
That was an update. We're
Well,
gonna.
we need an amount we're going to vote on.
we do the new business as the discussion.
I will compose a letter, send it out to the board for approval before I send it over to Connection Elevator, without protest. How's that?
Okay. Sounds
But
good.
I make a
Amount
motion
around
to,
3,000.
I make a motion to,
The line item yet, Stuart, we're still under updates. When we get to the new business, we can make the motion.
oh, okay, sorry.
South Chiller.
Andrew, that's you.
Well, I'm going to pass the buck to Fonnie. We keep hearing dog-eared stories about circuit boards,
Yeah.
and I've yet to see a man up there put a new one in.
South Chiller update, I spoke to Dave Long today. He said that he did get an email that the parts had been received, I guess at their site. So he will be scheduling for work to come and do or install the last parts that are needed in the South Chiller. So yes, there has been noticeable warmth in areas due to that, the chiller being down. And if they're going to schedule, when they schedule, we'll put it up and hopefully that will be the end of that. But they did tell us, the technician, that there was a problem with the control board. Apparently, he thinks that the control board must be replaced. Dave Long this morning did not have the same opinion. He felt that as long as the control board continues to function, that we may not have to replace it. So we're gonna wait for time to have a final decision, but he is going to be sending us a proposal for that control board, should he decide that we need to move forward and replace it. So we're
Okay.
looking for the dates of install for the South Chiller part, and there may be a proposal for the control board.
Fonnie, was this related to a rodent chewing on some stuff?
Correct. The control board, there was a rodent that was stuck on, got burnt and electrified on there, and so the board might have taken a hit because of that. So, but again, Dave is not so sure that it has to be replaced, although the technician was certain that it would have to be replaced. So we shall see after we install the parts.
Okay, question. Isn't the South Chiller what we just heard about in our reserve study that is overdue to be replaced?
It may very well be. Did Howard, when you guys were discussing the reserve study, did you discuss the South Chiller?
Give me a second, I'll pull it up.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think anything was overdue. I think
No,
it was just
I think there was
coming.
2 years left of that. I think that the issue
yeah.
was, one chiller was 2 years with a useful life, and the other
Right.
chiller had 9 useful life.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was the South Chiller that was the oldest.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the update for the South Chiller. Do you have anything on that, board?
Well, in that South Chiller room, Fonnie, there are several rat traps that aren't baited. Can we get them back on the list to be baited?
Yes, in fact, I have communicated to Rusty from Tropical Pest Control that was an issue. So we may have him going up there as well.
And whoever's fixing that, can they block whatever holes are in that cabinet that would let a rodent get in?
Okay, we can discuss that. As
Okay.
Next update.
Front desk update.
Front desk update, Jimenez, the contractor is still working on the permit. The board did email a city official or someone to help us push the permit approval. And as a result of that, I did meet with Pete McGinnis here on site this week. And we discussed the front desk. I contacted Marco Jimenez with Pete McGinnis online and basically instructed him what was pending, and basically he needs to resubmit an application review. He said he was doing that right away. Documentation was signed. So hopefully we'll get that moving to get approval for the continuing of that project.
Next is pest rodent.
Pest rodents. So that's going to be Tropical Pest. And I have an email here where I got an update from them. They're saying they've had a second month in a row of reduced activity. The baiting program is showing positive results. There are a lot more bait stations concentrated on the north side of the building, and the activity has dropped again in these bait stations. The bait stations that are closest to the underground exit have shown an increase in activity. So we need to follow up as far as the garbage that's being stored inside the receptacle so that the baiting program can remain effective. The camera systems have also been showing reductions in activity, and this Friday they're going to place extra cameras around the first floor close to the second stack because of a complaint that was had. So that's the update.
Just to let you know, a couple of chats. When will the service elevator be finished and scheduled deliveries? That's one question. Does anyone?
When we pass inspection.
Okay. Do you have any? Okay. And then Eleanor wrote about where is the permit? Who is AppFell on city site? What is the cost difference from city permit? I don't know what that means. So who is AppFell on the city site? What is the cost different from the city permit?
No idea.
Not sure what that question is.
Okay, just keep the question and we'll clarify it, but because I don't understand it and what's the difference between.
Okay.
Okay. Financial update, Howard.
Financial update. Okay, give me a second. Let me share content. Oh, darn. It says only the host can share content. Can you
Make him a
change the-
co-host. You have to
Make
make
me a
Howard a co-host.
Okay. Associate producer.
associate producer?
You are now co-host, sir.
You got it, Howard.
Okay. I will share content. Okay. So the first thing I will show everybody is the income statement.
Okay, Howard, it's
It's
loading.
a noticeably blank page, Howard.
Howard has started screen sharing.
It's going to take a little bit to load.
Yeah. I don't have anything, Howard. Howard, you there? Did we lose him?
I think he had a bad connection because his picture froze.
Yeah, I think he's,
Do we want to just go on and come back to Howard?
yeah, Howard, are you back
I'm
in?
here. I'm back. Okay, let me try this one more time. Okay, you're gonna have to give me access to share again.
Okay, you got it.
Okay. Try this one more time.
Okay. If not, you'll just have to verbally talk to it.
Okay, here we go.
There
All
you
right. Hopefully everyone can see this.
Yeah.
So
we
this
got it.
is our income statement through August. I'll start with the revenue number. We are slightly better than budget by $38,000 due to various different reasons. Late fees are up. We don't budget, just to let everybody know, we don't budget for late fees, legal fees, or laundry income, or any of these. The only thing that we budget for is our maintenance. So any revenue that's earned through the year, we're going to be better than budget. So let's go to the expenses. Administrative expenses, our budget is $185,000. We are coming in at $182,000. So some of the reasons why we're better is our bad debt is better by $6,000. Our legal fees are better by $16,000. On the other hand, miscellaneous expenses called P cards is $5,000 worse and permits of $6,000 worse. On an overall basis, we're $3,500 better. Insurance, we budgeted for $333,000. Our actual is $319,000. I do expect it to get worse as our renewal was more money than we anticipated. I just think it's a timing issue. By year end, it should flatten out. Utilities, we are worse than budget by $12,000. Electric is $12,000 better, but the water sewer is $7,000 worse. Gas and oil is $10,000 worse, and telephone is $7,000 worse. In the gas, just to let you know, the reason why we are $10,000 worse is that for a year, we were not billed, let me rephrase that. We were not billed by our gas company correctly, and we just settled with them. So we did not know that we weren't paying them, and so it's in as an operating expense. Contracts with vendors, $286,000 actual, $287,000 budget. Certain things are in there like pest control, for example, we're $12,000 worse. The reason for that is because we hired the rat company, money well spent. But group insurance is slightly better. Lawn maintenance includes a one-time expense of, I think, the rocks, and everything else is slightly better. Employee costs, we are $19,000 better, $476,000 to $495,000. Repairs and maintenance, we are $21,000 worse than budget, $210,000 actual, $189,000 are budgeted. Just a lot of work that was not anticipated. And then the transfer from reserves, it's just interest. Prior year expense, you should really ignore that because there was a reallocation of some 2019 operating expenses. On a real basis, we are $33,000 better than budget. So our budget, our numbers overall are pretty good. All right, so that's, yes, go on.
Thank you.
I was just saying with the, with the electrical, with all those type of things, electrical, water and everything, being that we're all secluded in our apartments and, staying in more, we're cooking more, we're washing more, the laundry, the water and that would go up. So that's probably some of the over budget in those numbers.
Right. I mean, the same thing with air conditioning,
Yeah.
but we're slightly $2,000 better. And I also anticipate certain things will decrease like next year. So
Sure.
we'll deal with that. So I don't see if does anyone have any questions on this before I go to the next slide?
And the P cards, just to bring up the P cards, with COVID-19, we're buying a lot of extra supplies, cleaning supplies,
Yes.
masks, which every building and every company is doing. So, understand that's where those type of things will increase.
But the bottom line is positive.
Yeah, bottom line is positive. So,
Yes. The bottom line on an overall basis is positive.
thank you.
All
We
right,
took
so-
a lot of fiscal responsibility this year.
Yep. Okay. So I'm going to go share the second screen. 1 second. And this is our receivables, just to show where we're.
I think it died. No, that's what happened last. You still there, Howard? You froze. Okay, Howard's gonna have to log out again. There he is. Admit. You're back, Howard.
We'll try this one more time. I think you're going to have to give me control again. Yes.
Okay.
And if it doesn't work, then we'll move on to the next thing. So
Okay,
I just want to talk about receivables.
okay. You should be good to go.
We're going to give it a shot.